So I put out the video, the PvP Gamescon release, a world premiere, whatever you want to call it. Ghost Recon Breakpoint. We got some info going on, and we got some more info on the forums that was posted 7 hours ago. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. I'm very excited to bring you this information. It's on the forums. It's right here at the top. If you are someone who visits the forums a lot, you can come right here. It's right here on the top. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint PvP mode, Ghost War. So this was posted a little while ago, and there's a few things in here I want to just let you guys know about that is more info than what we saw in the trailer. A couple of you guys were telling me that they said that there were dedicated servers in the trailer. I didn't hear that in that trailer, but it is confirmed there are dedicated servers. So shout out to you guys who were on top of that. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. They took what they have been building for Honor now, and what For Honor players were experiencing, and Ghost Recon players are going to be able to experience it now too. So let's start right here. Ghost War. We all know what Ghost War is, right? Here's the first thing I'm excited about: the modes. Now, I think there should be more than 2 modes at the beginning, obviously, but check this out. Elimination. We all know what elimination is. Sabotage. A 4v4 game mode where one team tries to plant the bomb while the other team tries to defuse it. Oh, yes, that sounds dope. That sounds something. I will link my PvP video. Actually, yeah. I'll link it again. I'll link my PvP video up here where this is what I spoke about, reminiscent of SOCOM. Now, it's probably going to be a little different than what I was thinking. I'm thinking one team has a base that the other team needs to breach through, get into, and destroy. I don't know how this is going to play out yet. We're going to get this info later on, but it could be something in the middle, something, you know, anywhere on the map where one team has to go plant the bomb, another team has to go defuse the bomb. It sounds more like that than what I wanted, which is one team is on the offensive, one team's on the defensive. You have to breach through into the enemy base, plant the bomb, destroy it. That's what I wanted, but this is cool. This is a step in the right direction. I'm very excited about this. Sabotage, a 4v4 game mode where one team tries to plant the bomb while the other team tries to defuse it. That's awesome. Good job, Ubisoft. By implementing a 4v4 design in both PvE and PvP, Ghosts can switch modes to test their skills in both environments. At launch, 6 tailor-made PvP maps will test your teamwork. That we know, that said it in the trailer. We want to see who the best of the best really are. New features. This is something the trailer also explained to us. We learned a lot from the feedback, from the data we gathered from Wildlands. Based on community feedback, they made a few tests. Ghost War Elimination Mode will have a twist to it, a shrinking combat zone, a la Fortnite, PUBG, Battle Royale games. This zone will only activate towards the end of each map to bring the remaining players together for a final firefight. The shrinking combat zone is a way to break down late game stalemates. The play area will gradually shrink, dealing damage to players outside of it. This will add an exciting twist to matches where both teams are excessively passive. The placement of the zone is randomly generated on the map, forcing all remaining players to adjust tactically and take a different approach for each map. Now, I didn't discuss this in my last video. I'm going to get more into detail into it right now. The one issue I have with this, cool, the whole stalemate issue is good, but what about your players out there that are snipers? And it's only a 4v4, so it's very easy for snipers to all of a sudden be by themselves. You're going to force players who love playing the sniper class into a tactical situation, a gunfight, a CQC gunfight situation with other players like an assault class or anyone who's got a machine gun. You know, I feel like, is this going to work for people who want to play snipers? It might backfire on those types of people and the sniper class. I don't know. It's yet to be seen. Maybe there's more than enough time, and this is like they said, it's towards the end, but I don't know what towards the end means. So that's yet to be seen. So we also integrated other changes, such as cutting cooldowns in PvP and planting lootable items across the map. Doing so brings more attention, tactical depth, and quality matches. Another unique element is the intel component of the core gameplay loop, where you need to find enemies before deciding how to engage them. This creates a hunter be hunted experience that is specific to Ghost War, with players relying on more cautious, methodical, and tactical approach rather than just run and gun. There are several elements that play into this layer. The marking mechanic allows players to temporarily mark enemies by aiming at them. That we know, and you were able to turn that off in Wildlands. You better be able to turn it off in this game, because a lot of people didn't like having someone down their iron sight and then that person being notified that they're being seen. Sound markers display a general area on the minimap where enemy gunshots originated from. Sound and bullet trails are specifically tuned for PvC purposes to act like detection tools. Not sure how I feel about that. The bullet trails, you know, I know a lot of people are complaining about the smoke. That needs to be a video on its own to really look at how these bullet trails look, if it's a big deal or not. That's something we can discuss later. Here we go, right here. Dedicated servers. Could we be on a path to something more than 4v4 in the future? I don't know, but I hope so. I went on Twitter before. A lot of people responding to the reveal tweet of the PvP Ghost War for Breakpoint. And I have to say, a lot of people are like, we want more players. How 10v10, 20v20, more players, more players. Why is it only 4v4? It's not just me. You guys let me know. Do you want more than 4v4? Yes or no? Do you like the small tactical feel of 4v4? Or do you want an 8v8, 10v10, 15v50, something more than just a 4v4? In Tom Clancy Ghost Recon Breakpoint, we dedicated servers for Ghost War that will improve overall experience. Yes, Ubisoft listened. They listened. They listened to the community. They worked on the tech, and they have dedicated servers for us to play Ghost War. Things could only get better from here, in my opinion. Hopefully in the future, maybe not this game, but if in this game in the near future we'll get more than 4v4. If not, in the future, in the next game, hopefully they start working on the tools to provide us with an 8v8 or much more than that. Players will be able to access Ghost War early in the onboarding process, right after unlocking the first class. So you can play the game, bada bing bada boom, unlock the first class, you get into Ghost War. Balancing and shared progression. We want players to progress. We know about this, about your PvE and your PvP are linked together, so no matter where you play, your character progresses and levels up. We want players to progress in Tom Clancy Ghost Recon Breakpoint on their own terms, playing either PvE, PvP, mix of both, share progression, yada yada yada. Your character's XP levels, specialization rank, equipment level, belongings, they're all shared. Vanity items are exclusive to either PvE mode or PvP mode. So now, some customization of vanity items are exclusive, which is this I don't understand. Why? But a vast majority of items will be shared across both modes. Why? Just let us play. If it's in the game, let us play with it. Why am I going to unlock something in PvP and not going to be able to play it in PvE? If it's a vanity item, which means it's a skin, let me use the skin, Ubisoft, really. Get rid of this restriction, throw that code away, delete it, get it out of there, let us use whatever we want to use. Our team's focus to get the right balance for each gameplay component, with some limitations and tweaks applied to specific blah blah blah. Each Ghost will have a progression tree, which contains all progression elements, some perks, passive skills in the PvP environment. Almost all those perks will work. See, I don't know where they're going with this now. So a progression tree with perks and passive skills in PvP. This is not like Wildlands PvE with the skill tree that you progress through. Now we have a PvE version of this. Is this going to cause balancing issues? What type of skills and passive talents will be in this tree? Don't know. We're going to have to find out more. I guess Gamescom tomorrow, the next day. I don't know when Ubisoft is doing their whole reveal. I'm not sure. Players will start each round with a predefined set tool, such as grenades and syringes. As for passives, thermal vision is disabled in PvP. Night vision and stamina related bonuses from the progression tree are made available by default. Furthermore, there are some unique PvP items that every class can pick up. Adrenaline shot, syringe that fills up the technique gauge. Gas drones, special drones can launch gas grenades and behave the same as one available to the assault class. So that's cool. So you can run around these maps and pick things up and use them. And that is really how it should be. That's awesome. Right? Stop you know, with Wildlands, it was like, you're this class, you're this class. And I guess that was cool for what it was, but I much prefer this. I prefer to have to find something. It would be better too if it's random, so that we can't know where everything is. The one thing I think is really gets played out is when you play a game so much, like a like in a PvP map, and you know everything, so nothing is new or fresh, so you can always go to the syringe, always go to the drone, always go to the smoke. It would be cool if they set it up where it was a little bit random, but that's neither here nor there, no big deal. Okay. Gear level is disabled in PvP. Okay. But people don't want gear level to begin with, so that's a mistake. Weapons have PvP specific damage, so everything seems normalized in PvP. Caps are put in place to lower their max values and stats coming from gear and weapons, so they want to try to balance PvP. World of Warcraft tried to do this too with their PvP and later on. The progression tree dramatically impacts the balance of power between new and old players. So you want gear level disabled, you want weapons to have PvP specific damage, but the progression tree dramatically impacts the balance of power between new and old players. Our aim is to eliminate external factors and let the best ghosts fight their way to glory. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? That sounds like there might be some balance issues for players that OD play the game all day, every day. The progression tree dramatically impacts the balance of power. And that progression tree is going to have you unlock certain types of skills, and there are passive talents. So, I don't know. Each ghost will have a progression tree which contains all progression elements, some perks, and passive skills. In the PvE environment, almost all those perks will work. The progression tree dramatically impacts the balance of power between new and old players. What do you guys think about that? Is that going to be an issue? You roll in as a new player. Is that going to be player friendly? We're going to have to see how that actually works. We're also refining the matchmaking brackets and speed so that the brackets are enlarged when finding other players, and you'll be matched against players who have similar skill level as you. Wow. Sounds like there are going to be some skill gaps here, and so this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Online features. Dedicated servers, we improve stability and connectivity. We'll make Ghost War more secure with Battle Eye integration, make it more difficult to be hacked or exploited. Hopefully, hackers can get the boot. It could be more fun environment for people to play, come together, and not have to worry about hackers, especially on PC. They'll have a reporting option. That's cool. They're refining the matchmaking. Okay, it will be achieved via the Glitch Code 2 formula, produced matchmaking ratings, MMR. MMR is World of Warcraft did that. So if you're MMR, if you're winning, you're gonna get matched up with people who are winning. So all the losers to the bottom, all the winners to the top. So what do you guys think about that? Do you like that type of matchmaking system, or do you just want it to be random? Okay, when a player is matchmaking in PvP, they'll be matched with other players close to their own MMR. Moreover, while matchmaking, players can continue to experience the campaign world, interact with menus, and explore PvP map they just played. So while you're matchmaking, if 6 months from now the game is dead, you can queue. That's the word I was looking for. You can queue up for a PvP game and still play the PvE game, which is very good game design. Good job, Ubisoft. That's a good idea. Now someone won't have to sit there in a menu waiting for a game like, oh my god, what's going on? I want to play this game. They can just queue up, keep playing the PvE, and when it loads up, hopefully you're not in the middle of something huge to where then you have to leave and play the PvP game. The PvP map has a feature called the Matchmaking Lobby, meaning less time waiting on menus and more time enjoying or exploring the game. Good job. That was great. Great implementation of something that makes sense. We want to provide fair options to solo and group players. You can queue both as solo player a full 4-player squad, or a party, any party size in between. Rewards. Here we go for you reward junkies. We want players to be satisfied, whether it's PvE, PvP. PvP mode will have specific rewards awarded through PvP milestones. The PvP milestone system features achievement-like missions that grant rewards such as progression points, in-game currency, customization items, titles, banners, weapon skins, and PvP-specific perks. Interesting. So maybe they will be bringing back the class system. They didn't completely abandon it. They just repackaged it in a different way. Several categories of PvP milestones are available, ranging from certification milestones and more challenging tests like feats of strength. Wow, that's pretty cool, man. They're implementing a lot of things to make the game addicting, more playable. When you are achieving things in a game, there's probably some type of study out there that shows this type of game style makes players want to play more and more and more. So who knows? You know what would make players want to play more and more and more? If it was an 8v8 or a huge battle royale. Because let's be honest, look, whether you like battle royale or not, I'm repeating myself. Go on Twitch, go on Mixer. What game's being played? Who's playing these games? Who's making money off of these streams? It's not Ghost Recon. There's 3 people playing Ghost Recon. 2 of them are playing PvE. One of them's playing Ghost War. I mean, you know, you get my drift. This PvP portion of this PvP game should be pushed to limits that can compete with what's out on the market. 4v4 is not cutting it. I digress. Let me continue. Ghost War in year 1. Exciting additions will be added to Ghost War during year 1, and post-launch support of Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint will be available. Ghost War will be supported by an extensive post-launch plan, including new classes, maps, and modes. New classes? So I'm assuming those classes are going to be able to be played PvE too, right? Because the progression is combined. A lot of things we don't know about, we're going to have to figure out. That is all the info we have so far on PvP. With the trailer you saw and this info here, you are up to date with everything so far. I will try to keep you guys posted when I find these things out. I was a little busy today. I was able to get a video up and do this, but hopefully I can keep my ears to the ground, and if anything comes out for GameCon or whatnot, I will have it out for you guys to figure out. I want to learn about this stuff too. I want to talk to you guys about it. What do you guys feel about it? You know, what are you thinking so far? Because you know, there are some really good decisions here, but there are also just some things that are stagnant and I feel like aren't being looked into to be developed for 2019, 2020, you know? One of them obviously being the 4v4, but we're going to have to get past that at this point, and I don't know, hopefully we get some more info after this. And yeah, this guy Solo Killer, it'd be great if the next news update were to cover character and weapon customization. After seeing some of the videos on YouTube, I'm getting the feeling the original Ghost Recon games in this. The movement, sounds, for instance, take me back to part 2, looking good. At least you finally made there's cheating the Ghost Wars, yada yada yada. You guys can come here on the forums if you'd like. You could read everybody's comments. You can read this yourself. And so that's all, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know how you feel. Are you excited? What stood out to you? What would you still like to see change? Let me know in the comments. We'll discuss it like always. And yeah. So thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. I will see you in the next video. All right. Peace.